Hi everyone and welcome to Sheetgo's YouTube channel. In this video I'll show you how to convert Google Docs to PDF automatically with Sheetgo. Google Docs is a great tool to generate documents for every business. It not only has a vast range of editing tools for any project, it also offers incredible collaboration capabilities. However, when it comes to sharing data externally, PDF is still the best alternative. The PDF format is not only worldwide compatible, but it can also be compressed easily, making it ideal for transferring large data to recipients. And most significantly, PDFs cannot be altered without leaving a digital trail, which is critical when distributing sensitive or important documents like contracts, invoices, and quotes. Although you can convert Google Docs to PDF in a variety of methods manually, doing this daily and for a large number of documentation can be very time-consuming for your business operations. A better alternative is to set up an automated system using the Sheetgo web app. Not only can you automate the PDF conversions of your documents, but also the entire generation of the documents themselves and even the distribution via Gmail. Let me show you how it is done. First of all, we need to sign up for Sheetgo. Click the link that I'll put in the video description below and it will direct you to this screen where you can sign up with your Google, Dropbox or Microsoft account. Let me sign up with my Google account. There we go. It takes you to your workspace inside the Sheetgo web application where you will have all of your workflows listed. But before we can start creating our own workflow, it's important to have two files ready to create this PDF generation. For today's video, let's imagine we have multiple sales quotes to send out to clients. So firstly, you want to set up your source file data with all the information we need to create documents and then share them. So we have the customer name, their email, their address, the quote number, the prepared date, expiration date, and then the items, their quantity, and their prices. The second file you need is your sales quote template in Google Docs. This is an example taken from the internet, but you can create your own and then put your company information right here and adjust the document completely according to your liking. Make sure all your foundational content is here and also use these smart tags in between squared brackets, which should be the exact same as the columns in your spreadsheet. So we'll find customer name in here, as you can see, their email, their address, the dates, the items, the quantity, the price, and the total. Sheetgo will then automatically substitute this dynamic data from in your source file. Now let's go and create our workflow inside Sheetgo. Click on New Workflow right here. This takes you to our Explore page where you can explore our different features and solutions. But let me start from scratch and create a new connection. Sheetgo automatically creates a workflow and here we need to select which file is our source. In our case, it's our single sales quota file. So let me search for it in the drive. There we go. Sheetgo loads the columns. If you have multiple, select the correct one, of course, but let's click Next to continue to the next step. Here what we need to do is we want to scroll down to the Generate section because we want to generate different Google Docs per row in our spreadsheet based on our Google Docs template. So click right here. Now we're going to select the sales quote template. There it is. And we can rename it right here. We call it sales quote, for example. Choose whether Sheetgo should save these files in an existing folder or in a new one. We are going to save it in a new Sheetgo sales quotes. And then this setting, check generated documents, is automatically turned on by default because any quote already created will never be duplicated. So we're going to click Next to move on to the step where we save these assets as PDF. Again, do it in either folder that you want. So let's say Sheetgo sales quotes folder, for example. Click Next again. We could already finish and save because we will already create the sales quotes in PDF, but we have an awesome extra feature which integrates with Gmail to send these PDFs directly as an attachment as well. So let me turn this on. There's two options here as a sending method. We can share the files and send access links of those documents created, but that's for a different use case. In this case, we want to add these PDFs as attachments. Then next up, to choose your email addresses to whom it's going to be sent, we can select Use Custom Recipients and you type in all the email addresses, but that's more for a bulk email. So we're gonna get them dynamically from a column in our source spreadsheet, and of course our customer email column is the correct one. Sheetgo will then share only the sales quote of that specific customer to their email address. Here you can also adjust the subject line of the email, and as well you can use our smart tags. So as you can see, I just shared file name with you using Sheetgo. You can add the customer name to personalize this email a bit more. So let's add it to the front with a comma, for example. And you can add some additional information. Again, here you have the column headers of your spreadsheet to use as smart tags. But let's move on. We're done editing. We will generate these documents into PDF and send those sales quotes out to our customers. Let's finish and save to create this workflow. There we go. As you can see, the workflow is completely set up. Let's go into the overview to have a better idea. Let's call this sales quotations, for example. Here you can see who has access to these files in the share settings, and you can share it with other colleagues right here. There are 4 files in this workflow, using one connection between them. And here, most importantly, is our update schedule, our automatic update schedule. You can click run to let this workflow run once manually. But if you know for certain that you have new sales quotes coming in every week, every month, you can schedule settings right here whenever you please. Once a month, multiple times a day, for example, every 8 hours. And you can even turn off certain days that you don't need the workflow to run. For example, if you only want to let it run on Monday, that's possible too. Let's click save. And now the workflow is scheduled. If you now go to view files, you will find all the files in this folder. As you can see, your spreadsheet with your source data that you see right here, our template in Google Docs, but also of course our newly generated folders within them are PDFs. Let's take a look. Sheetgo generated each individual sales quote in this folder. Let me open one. And it's prepared for Ruben Dobinson. That's it. That's how the magic happens with Sheetgo. As you can tell, there are plenty of possibilities with our tool to generate contracts, invoices, so make sure to look at our other videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it. Thank you so much.